Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Sega Man, back here with another video. This video doesn't pertain to gaming. Uh, this is something else. I don't really like doing these videos, but I feel that I really have to do this video. I'm very passionate about what happened to Mr. George Floyd, and it's a shame what happened to him due to racism. We need to really seek justice for Mr. George Floyd. May he rest in power. And we really, honestly, need to come together and fight racism. There's a lot of racism that's been happening, a whole lot right now, more to black people. You know, I'm a foundational black American, and you know, I have felt racism in my life. You know what I mean? My wife is a white woman, and me and her haven't really felt racism. But my past relationships, I have felt it. You know what I mean? Because of people judging us because we are a mixed couple. You know what I mean? And I felt racism not just that way. I felt it in other ways too in my life. But my mother, taught me how to fight and combat racism, and I'm really strong-minded because of my mother. But we really need to come together as a unity. After what happened to Mr. George Floyd, may he rest in power, and my condolences go out to his family. And I do support the protesters out there that are protesting this, because it's just wrong what's happening. You know what I mean? The dominant society, they don't like the black people, and they also don't like the Latino people and their culture, just like they don't like ours. It is really, honestly, time for us to come together. Okay, I'm trying to reach my Latino brothers and sisters out there too. We really need to come together. You know, we really need to fight and combat racism for our cultures. You know what I mean? The black and Latinos in the past have had their disagreements. Okay, but we really need to fight this. Okay, it's just getting really bad with racism. You know what I mean? And we really need to come together and fight racism. Okay, there's no use for racism anymore. I mean, to hate somebody because of the color of their skin, I just never understood that. Never. I just never understood it. You know, everybody has different and practices different things in their culture, and we should accept that. You know, not want to kill somebody for the color of their skin, or for somebody that's growing in a park, have the cops called on them. For a little black girl, sweet little black girl wanting to sell bottled water, you know, when it's a hot summer a few years ago, and a white supremacist lady called the cops on a little girl, a little black girl. Can you imagine how frightened she was, and her mother? I mean, if it was the other way around, how would they feel? If a black person called the cops on the little white girl for selling lemonade or water, how would they feel about that? They would be very upset, very distraught, and want justice for that. You know, want something to happen for making false calls on their child, like we would. So why don't they see the difference? They don't want to see the difference. Okay, it's white privilege. You know, they want to keep white privilege, and they don't want to be fair and equal. And I'm going to be honest with you. What I have to say to that, you're not going to see a lot of black Americans voting this year because of all the police violence and killings of black people out there, and nobody's doing anything about it. And it happens in the Latino community too. They're also discriminated against. I rock out with a few of my Latino brothers here that are gamers. You know what I mean? I've known them for a pretty long time right now. I'm not going to name them. They know who they are. You know what I mean? And they've been really cool with me, and I consider them, brothers. You know what I mean? And they're feeling it also. We really need to come together and fight and combat racism, okay? Because George Floyd did not deserve to lose his life. He really didn't. You know what I mean? We just need to come together. And I wanted to do a video on this to say rest in power to our brother, George Floyd. And I hope his family can have peaceful closure and seek justice for him. Because it's just the right thing to do. We need to come together. The Latino community and the Black community, we really need to come together. Okay, we need to fight racism because we are the worst when it comes to getting discriminated against. We are. We get looked at when we're in stores, shopping. We get looked at if we're in a park with our families. They're always suspicious about us when we're shopping in department stores. You know what I mean? They don't bother anybody else, but they'll bother us. They'll come up to us and say, do you need any help with anything? Do you need help finding anything? I've experienced that. They don't go up to the white customers saying that. They don't. I've never seen it. I've never seen them go up there, hey, do you need any help? Do you need help with anything? Because they're suspicious and they think that you're going to steal something. I used to work in retail. So I know what the in and outs are when it comes to that. I was told to say that when I worked in retail. If you felt suspicious about someone shopping, you go up to them and ask them if they need help with anything or help finding something. I know all about it. So I can smell racism a mile away. So we really need to come together, brothers and sisters. We really do. Because this is just... it's getting worse. It's not getting better. Until they can do something in law, in Congress or whoever, to really end racism, this is going to keep happening. There's going to be people's lives getting lost over it. All we want to do is be treated as equal and fair as a human being, not because of the color of our skin. Is that too much to ask for? We helped build the United States. And you can't give us any kind of fair justice? The thing is they can, but they don't want to. That's the thing. The white dominant society doesn't want to. They just don't want to. If they could, if they want to, they would do it, and they can do it. So I just wanted to make this video about George Floyd, and I just hope his family can find peaceful closure. Alright, so I'll talk to you guys later. Enjoy the weekend coming up, but this video had to be made, and we also have to come together too as gamers. We have to come together and stop all the the rhetoric and dumb stuff that goes on in gaming, because gaming is not just a fad. I'm really passionate about collecting, being a gamer. You know what I mean? And we really need to come together and reach out to each other. We need to do videos, hangouts, and podcasts together. To bring positive, culture to the young ones coming up that are going to be enjoying the next generation of gaming. We are the fathers of that, and we need to come together and try to make that come true. So, You guys have a good day. Enjoy your gaming. Peace. Rest in power to George Floyd. Sega Man out.